Howdy, Wolf Pack. Happy Sunday. Hope we're doing well. You guys have had a great weekend and ready to get back to work with this week's programming. We are starting Monday with our front squat, back squat progression. So we've dropped the reps again from last week, and I added kind of a rep range here on the back squats just to give people an opportunity if we potentially went, lighter the last couple weeks and we want to get a little bit more out of these back squats. We can rip off a couple extra sets. But again, 3 front squats, rack it right into the 6 to 8 back squats. It's super important here, since we are getting heavier on the front squats than the prior weeks, that we're still prioritizing perfect range of motion and perfect torso angles on our front squats, right? The goal of this entire cycle is to improve our squat volume and endurance, obviously with all the reps we've been doing, but squat positioning and comfort under the barbell under different fatigues, right? So with the front squat being first, I think I mentioned this last week in the video, it's a great opportunity to make sure that everything is in line, elbows are high, chest is vertical, we're getting full depth, and we're completing a really, really good front squat. That way when we rack it and we go into the back squats, we're furthering that good posture on our squats. Building a little bit deeper volume positioning, because as we know, once we get tired and we want to get through the reps, right, form will start to lack, or just our base posture strength starts to fail, and that changes our squat angles. So through this, hopefully we build a little bit deeper, like I said, deeper positional strength, and this is a really good opportunity to make sure that we're focusing on that through this. So make sure that our front squats are perfect, and then when we're doing our back squats, we're trying to replicate that chest angle and that depth and everything as best as possible, given the different squats, and they're a little bit different, but still we can improve our back squat form and function from this. So 3 to 4 sets of this, like last week. Rest as long as you need. Again, we're increasing the weight. It's still pretty high volume on the back squat, 6 to 8, so you're going to need at least a couple minutes rest. So anticipate this taking probably close to 15 minutes. If we're resting long enough and we're using weights that really, really challenge ourselves. So add weight from last week if we did the 4 front squats and the 8 back squats. Okay. We'll move into the Metcon. It's a 20-minute AMRAP. You do get a minute rest after each round. So this automatically tells us that we need to make sure that we're prioritizing intensity, moving through these movements a little bit faster than we would if there wasn't rest, and making sure we're going to stay inside the time domain confines that I'm about to go over. That way we're ensuring that we get the volume that is intended in this workout and the stimulus. So to start, we got 3 wall walks, 9 deadlifts. We're just going to match the weights that we've been doing for the last few weeks on Mondays as we're building our deadlift volume. And then we'll do 27 double unders, rest a minute, and we're going to add 1 wall walk every round. Okay, so clearly this workout is going to become primarily a wall walk and deadlift workout as the rounds go on. Okay, it's going to probably feel relatively balanced in the beginning, since these will all take somewhat probably similar time domains to begin. But as we start to add a wall walk and fatigue accumulates, the wall walks are going to get challenging. It's going to take a longer time. It's going to slow things down a little bit. So my goal to put them first right after the rest was hopefully each round when we get back to them, we can still keep intensity on these wall walks. We can still move relatively quick just because we are coming off a rest period. That being said, we need to make sure that we are starting our first round of this AMRAP with a round that takes us somewhere around a minute. And that way, as we add 1 rep every round, hopefully, ideally, we're only adding 15 to 20 total seconds of fatigue to each round. I know that's kind of going to go out the window once the later rounds come and the longer sets of wall walks come along, and we add a little bit more fatigue. But in the first 3, 4, 5 rounds, I would hope to see with that 1 wall walk, again, we're only adding about 20 seconds of fatigue or time. That way it keeps us in line to get somewhere 6, 7 rounds, and that way we're matching the deadlift volume that we did last week. I think last week we did 60 reps. If we do 6 rounds of this, it's like 54 reps, if my math's right. 9 times 6. Check it. Not a math whiz, but In order to do that, right, we got to be around a minute on the first round, and then chip away from there. So make sure, one, the first round of wall walk is something that we can knock out pretty quickly. So even if we need to bring the number down to 2, maybe we even start at 1. If we know wall walks are challenging for us, that's fine. And the jump rope set, 100% should be something that we can knock out pretty easily every round. One set, maybe a couple if we biff, but we really shouldn't be spending any more than 30 seconds maximum on these double unders, right? 27 should be a relatively quick set. So whatever we choose, right, make sure we're doing it in probably 20, 30 seconds. And we should be good. So it's a great test, right? We're kind of globally fatiguing everything. A little different stimulus than the deadlifts we've done in the past weeks, right, with the bike and the sandbags. So I anticipate these feeling a lot better or easier. So you may be able to go unbroken every single round. You may be able to rip through these. And then again, it'll become more of a wall walk workout, which is fantastic. We've done some deadlifts at some funky fatigues the last couple of weeks, and they've been pretty tough. So hopefully we've made some progress, and these are easy tomorrow. And again, it becomes a wall walk. But make sure that the double unders are the least of our concerns. Starting the first round around a minute, I think, is pretty ideal. And then as we chip away, 20 extra seconds, 30 extra seconds as the rounds per round as they get a little bit more challenging. Then we'll be right in line to get, that 6 to 7 round marker, and we'll be all Gucci. Okay, you guys have a great Monday. If you have questions, let me know. See you in the gym. Peace, toodles. Have a great week. Bye.